Hey y'all, Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Whatever time you click on this reading is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership. So, y'all, I was over here on the ratchet side of YouTube yet again, and I saw Blueface and his shenanigans yet again. But this time he had made a whole list of who was signed to MILF Music. And it occurred to me that this man has officially lost it. He has, decided to allegedly, jump on the Chrisean rock train as a stowaway. So it's like if he can't beat her, he's going to force her into letting him join her. Everybody that is associated with her, according to him, are signed to MILF Music. And I'm just floored. Because, I mean, what did he say? We looking for new artists. Yes, artists. Not artists. He's looking for new artists. So I ain't gonna take too long in this energy, y'all, because this is a mess. This is a fool. It's beyond a kiki. I couldn't even laugh. I was confused. Like he can't be serious. Does he really mean this for real, and why? I don't know. I think that Chrisean and Mabu song kind of it hit something. It caused a glitch. But then again, having a lawsuit for $13 million could cause a glitch too. Y'all, goodness gracious. Also, today, there were a lot of content creators who put out the Jason Lee interview with Chrisean, and they streamed it while giving their commentary on it. And it was just very interesting to listen to this whole interview because I'm floored, y'all. I really am. The story of how Jaden caught them in the bed, Chrisean clarified. She said that Jaden had already moved out. She had just moved into this house, I guess, from the Blue girl's house. She had just moved into this house with Blue. And apparently, Jaden came through with her mom and her son. And they bursted in while Chrisean we'll say was giving him FaceTime. How about that? She was giving him FaceTime. And everything went to hell from there. Also, she allowed all of us to hear a recording of Jaden losing her ever-loving mind on Blueface because she caught him on the phone with Chrisean. So now that we all caught up with the last 2 days of shenanigans, that felt like a lifetime worth of stuff I just said right there. Literally, it's only the last couple days. Let's tap into the energy that has Blueface giving people imaginary contracts to MILF Music. Why is he signing all of these people to MILF Music contracts? Half the people who were in that Kai Cenat jail, 7 days in lockup thing with he and Chrisean, they're on there. Mabu's on there. What's popping? Justice, okay? So we know he has court issues. And y'all, look. We've got the Five of Wands, the Hermit. How do I do this? Because I want y'all to see this. The Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the Tower. So the Tower, the Five of Wands fight, and the Hermit, which is solitary, being an outcast, and also fighting, you know, imprisonment. Because, you know, somebody goes into hermit, they could also be going into lockup. So, ultimate betrayal, he's feeling stabbed in the back over this Wheel of Fortune. So, him having all these judgments and having this stuff going on, losing this money and losing Chrisean, seems to be a bit much for him right now. Ten of Pentacles, yes. He feels betrayed over this money. I've been saying, you know, especially in the house that Chrisean built, that Chrisean is the bag. Her and the baby are the bag. He feels ostracized, eliminated, and casted out from this family unit, and he feels betrayed, not because she doesn't want to be with him or she won't let him be around his child or nothing like that. He feels betrayed because he feels outcasted from the money, and now the money is starting to get good. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. The Artist. See, we know that he's an artist, but see, this is a female artist. So this is almost like he didn't expect for things to work out this well for her, especially without him being present. The Hermit. He's an outcast from the fortune, wanting to come in and talk and communicate. So he's communicating with her. He's contacting her, allegedly. Yeah, the Artist. And he's trying to make it about work. So this is his way of trying to corral her and forcing her into working with him. Okay, you don't want to work with me? Well, guess what? I work with everybody that works with you. So to work with them, you got to work with me. Listen, I don't know where he got this mindset, this dozy-do type mentality where he feels like he can force her hand if everybody that she's affiliated with, they have to go through him to get to her, or she has to go through him to get to them. But he's living in a illusion. This is a fantasy. He's literally living in a fantasy, thinking that he can force people's hand to where they have to come through him now. Everybody knows that they don't have to deal with him anymore, but he's trying to assert himself as the big man on campus, right? Three of Swords. Heartbreak. And Knight of Swords. So he's definitely in his feelings. He's heartbroken. And this falls under justice. So this is your karma catching up to you. And it's like he's heartbroken also over, you know, these court proceedings. And this is why he's reaching out, because he doesn't want to admit that he needs her help. Yeah. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Ten of Wands. And now it's, see how Eight of Pentacles falls under the Ten of Swords? He feels betrayed over this working situation. He wants to force her to work with him. And that's what this is about, because he's trying to get free money. He's trying to get money that he didn't have to earn, that he didn't have to work for. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. So it's like he's going through a whole lot of stuff to get to the Ten of Pentacles. And it's like being rejected, being wounded, you know, over and over and over again. Four of Wands. So Four of Wands falling over the Wheel of Fortune. This is like, you know, somebody marrying for stability. Oops. Allegedly. So Five of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So this is somebody coming to offer their cup to get that money that, you know, they didn't work for. They need a large lump sum of money, but it's not working out because it's constant fighting and bickering, and you don't, it's like he didn't expect her to find this inner strength and to buck back the way that she's doing. The Empress. The Hermit over the Empress. Yeah, he's out in the cold. She's out here winning. She's fruitful. She's abundant. She is not just the mother of his child, but she is winning. Unrequited offer. Four of Cups to the Queen of Swords. So this is an unrequited offer for him, that she's in this energy with him. But now it's also an unrequited offer because Chrisean let the cat out the bag and let us know that they're over there not getting along so well. And see, Queen of Swords also will represent an air sign, which would be, I believe Jaden's an air sign. So he catching hell. Yeah, because Chrisean decided to move on and not look back, because this is leaving behind a toxic situation, going off into calmer water, sailing into, you know, a better situation for her. And you got Strength and the Five of Wands. This is somebody who is doing whatever it takes to stay strong, to build themselves up, fighting, you know, the urge and the temptation to let you win over them. Yes, the Moon, and it's coming out after the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So that's like, once again, feeling betrayed, overworked, and secretly, this is the energy behind him talking about all these damn people that signed to MILF Music. Y'all, by next week, all of us might get an email finding out that we signed to MILF Music. See this? Two of Wands. We're going to have to make a choice if we want to be signed to the label too. I'm going to opt out because who knows? Everybody on the label might end up having to pay a piece of that $13 million judgment. And as the great Tasha K said, I ain't got it. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and Strength. So, you know, Blue is over there fighting to hold it together to make it look like he's, you know, living in a certain type of energy. This is a robbing Peter to pay Paul type energy for abundance. And also through love, he plans to get abundance by manipulating somebody's feelings. But that's all coming to an end, the world. And this world is falling under this Four of Wands and this Wheel of Fortune. Now, I mentioned in the reading with Jaden, when being a perfect rider hurts, that it's a possibility that he's going to get somebody pregnant, possibly Chrisean, and that might be one of the last straws, because it's like, how many ways and how many times can somebody embarrass you, right? Well, the world is finality. That's something coming to an end. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but it's definitely a nail in the coffin. The reader, okay? It's when the reader comes out, that lets you know that something is pretty much ominous. And I just shuffled and bam, here it is. The Hermit and the Empress. He could possibly end up left alone by both the damn baby mamas. It's kind of sad because Jaden has that I'll never leave energy, and sometimes that's the worst thing you can tell somebody, because when they think that there's nothing that they could ever do that would make you leave, they will drag you through the mud, you know, bop you upside the head a few times, whatever it takes to challenge you on that you'll never leave, just to see how much they can do to you before you change your mind. So you have to set some boundaries when you tell somebody you never leave. Tower. The Artist is Six of Swords in the Tower. It was a tower for Chrisean to move on. It was a tower for her to not only move on, but to win like this. Like, it's kind of interesting because, is that y'all? It's a helicopter out here. They ain't looking for me though. It's kind of sad because this how this feels to me is that Jaden has never seen him act like this over another woman. Possibly never seen him act like this over her. And it's like, you got the Eight of Wands here and the Five of Wands. That's like swiftly ending up in a situation where things are getting physical, getting ugly. Okay. So these two are having it out. It's not going too well. And the last reading I did where, you know, they were getting engaged or whatnot, and I said that the honeymoon phase would last about 3 minutes. And this is like the 3 minutes is up. Reality is set in. We're finding out, you know, as the other shoe drops that, you know, there's a possibility of another pregnancy, another baby, that you never stop dealing with her, with Chrisean. You proposed to Jaden, and not only did you cheat with the other chicks the day before that, you know, blue outfit video where she was on the radio, you also never stopped dealing with Chrisean. And it's just a whole mess. And the worst part about it is this mess is unraveling before the whole world to see publicly. Yeah, he wants balance through a new beginning. What is this? He wants balance through a new beginning. Card of Truth, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Star. He wants control over Chrisean, her star power. Why? Look at this. And I was just about to put these back together. The Ace of Pentacles, because he needs that money. He wants to get back with her so he can get back to her money. Chrisean, you better put your slides on and keep on going. Yeah, and it's causing a lot of conflict and chaos. We just looked at this. Eight of Wands, Five of Wands. My hand is itching, y'all. Temperance. Yeah, so in secret, he's been trying to get back with Chrisean, regardless of what he's saying to us. Two of Wands, he's still juggling with the idea of choosing her, the Emperor, because he needs control. Now, these two, my hands is itching, y'all. These two ended up both being at Young Miami's birthday party down in Miami. And Chrisean performed the diss track in front of him, in front of everybody in the club. And I literally would have, I wish I could have been there to see the look on his face as he watched everybody in the room react to this diss track. Not only did you get to clown your baby daddy, but you got paid for it, and everybody in the room was for it because it was the turn up. Like, that's got to be a hell of a pill to swallow for him. Fighting card. Being defensive. Having to stand up for yourself. I really think that Chrisean shouldn't take this lightly. Okay? Because the Aquarius is also the star. We're talking about this is a sign of truth. You know, listen. Trying to make sure y'all can see all of these. Okay? So we're looking at signifier of truth. She's highly visible. She's hot. She's popping. Queen of Wands. He trying to come in on that thought shit, you know, wielding that wand. Come in, you know, swiftly. In for the short time, not the long time. Baby daddy, the controller. He knows that she's weak for him sexually, so he's trying to use that and play that card to make her second guess herself and to make her reconsider a choice. But she's being defensive. She's standing up against him. She's defending herself. Knight of Pentacles. Because she know your money coming slow. She's finally starting to understand her worth. She's starting to understand her star power. She's starting to finally look at this situation and say, you know what? What does God want from me? The Hierophant. And that's a great space to be in. Okay, so, you know, a lot of times Chrisean goes back and forth in this wounded warrior energy. And I mean, part of that is, you know, learning she's going to have to break this soul tie. The other part is just being caught up in this chaotic, toxic energy for so long. And now you have to go through all these, you know, hormones as you deal with these emotions. Because she really did love him. But she had to cut him off. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know, get ready to close this out. I think I could do a couple of oracles and then I'm going to be done. Because I definitely don't want to stay in this energy too long. But I really think, you know, all jokes aside, she needs to really pay attention to the way that he's unraveling. Because it's not good. He is losing it. And it's all because he lost control. And when he lost control, he lost the money. And see, whether Jaden wants to admit it or not, without Chrisean's money, life ain't as comfortable. This is the Wandering Hearts deck. The last deck is the Phantomy Tarot deck. For those who like to know what decks I'm using. So let's do a few of these. The Wandering Hearts. Bear fruit. Well, I mean, we're looking at a situation where we see the fruits of the labor finally paying off. Also, we see the things coming to fruition, and we see that Chrisean is also very fertile. Not only just in her fertility, but in everything that she sets her mind to. It begins to flourish. Solitude. So now she's thinking to herself what she needs to do and how she needs to move forward to make things come into fruition. Two-faced and with a condition, okay? Dealing with Blueface, this is how it's always going to be. He's always going to be wishy-washy. He's going to be two-faced, and he's only going to do things if it has a condition. Bottom of the deck is boundaries. She's slowly getting to the point where she's comfortable with having boundaries. Tension. Girl, you're gonna have to be a little less hot in the ass if you want to, graduate from this test, okay? Because this is a test. That's it, and that's all. And see, he is also missing her touch and her energy, because whether y'all believe it or not, Chrisean brings some balance. See this pregnant woman? Source. She brings abundance. She brings balance. Balance to whatever she's doing. Now we got free expression, falling under solitude. Caged bird at the bottom of the deck. That's what she was. She was a caged bird until she finally got to get by herself. Didn't I just tell y'all this girl is fertile? Everything she touches, her womb, her career, everything. Thinking about everything she has to sacrifice, but she has to be careful not to sacrifice too much. Tension, forgiveness. Now remember, cage, bird, and shelter. These are all things that he used to use in the past to manipulate her. He knew she needed a place to stay. He knew that, more than her needing a place to stay, she needed to feel like, what she had represented home. And he used that against her, along with, the sexual energy, because from what I could see, it looked like they both got turned out on each other. He thought that he was just going to put it down on her, and that was going to be the end all be all. But it looked like both of them whipped each other. And they can't stay away from each other. And no matter how toxic and tacky the situation is, it's something healing about when they come together in those moments. But outside of those moments, it's extremely toxic. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. And this is the energy behind Blueface and his fictitious roster of artists that he signed to MILF Music. He literally is losing it, y'all, because he lost his star player. Losing Chrisean threw him off his axis. And now he really just doesn't know what to do with himself, because without her energy, without her abundance, without what she brings to the table, it's starting to look like, lo and behold, there is no table without a place setting for Chrisean at the table. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. And I wish them all the best. I, hope that everybody matures some type of way. And, they have blessed existence and they have a good life. But it's a lot of growing up that needs to be done. A lot of immaturity that needs to come to an end, and with time, that's going to happen. But Blue, Lord have mercy. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I'll talk to y'all later. Time for me to go to bed, because ain't no telling what the hell either one of them going to do by tomorrow to trend it. I was about to say to trend the universe. Who knows? They probably will. I'm done, y'all. Have a good night. This reading is adjourned.